Welcome back to the workbench. I have the carcass of the MN99. While I'm waiting for the new body to come in, I thought I would see what I can do to make this better. I've got a transmission that I want to try to put in, and some people say it's noisy, but I ran it and it isn't that noisy comparatively to this one. So here, let me connect her up and you can listen for yourself. I'll set it to 8.4 volts. So yeah, not too bad. It's not too noisy. So let's take this thing apart and see what's in it, because that's what we like to do. Maybe we'll add a little bit more grease to it as well. So it's got some 1.5 millimeter screws in there. I'll take those out. And we'll see if it's a transmission or just a transfer case. I think it's just a transfer case to be. Who knows? We're going to find out. All right, here we go. The reveal. Well, it's got the bearings. We got that going for it. It is metal gears, and they look like 64 pitch. They're just pinions, and they're all the same size. So this is more of a gearbox than it is a transmission. I guess this part is the transmission. So this is going to spin, clockwise. This will spin anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, and this will spin clockwise again. So we've got a shaft here and here and there. So we can connect, when we connect the drive shafts, we either connect it to the top or the bottom one. If we connect it to the top one, then that's going to help with the torque twist. Or we can connect it to the bottom one and see what happens with the torque twist as well. So yeah, we got that going for us. It's got a motor in there, of course, and those are Phillips screws. So let's take the motor out and see what information we can gather from it. Come out or not? Because that pinion is rather large. No, we have to get the pinion out of there. And I don't have a ball end. Yes, I do. I do. Too big for that little grub screw to fit. Well, the only other way is this way. There we go. All right. No information on that, but that is a bushing. Isn't that interesting? I don't think that bushing will come out. Let's see what we have in here. Ooh, we got a lot of gears in there. That. What we have on this side. Even more gears on that side. I am not going to play with this one. So that's the transmission. And that has some grease in there. Take some of this grease and move it around a little bit. Those look all to be about the same size. Not much in this tube. There we go. Oh no, there's a smaller gear in the inside. So it is doing transmission things. Well, I don't know if it's doing transmission things, but it is changing the gear ratio. Boy, that's got some resistance to it. Interesting. All right, let's put this. There's bushing there. Goes like this. There we go. What does this side look like? Oh boy. Uh-huh. Yeah. No thank you. Okay, so don't take this apart. Let's make sure it still works. Still works. All right. Some oil down here in those bushing. And this goes onto this one like so. Doesn't matter which way the wires go, up or down, I don't care. Because I'm going to replace the wires anyway. Okay. Good. And then this goes like so. And I need that to advance a little. That looks good. Okay, and then this one goes in here. And then this one goes like this. And we'll get some grease in there. And this will go on like this. The bearings are in place. Fabulous. Okay. That's doing good at 1.3 volts. 1 volt. A half a volt. Well, 0.6. .4, which is the voltage. Alright, so I got a little cleanup to do. I got a little nub right there on the end of that. There we go. Okay, that's better. How are these? And could use a little. There. All right, there's the transmission. Let's get it in the car. So I have the speed control and radio right there, so we want to get those cut out. we can put the ESC in that same spot, that would be great, because then I can put some thermal tape on there and zip tie it. There we go. And cut off that, leaving a little bit of the wire left so I know which is positive, which is negative. Then we will unscrew that. That's going to require 3 screws on each side. And right now they are positioned in such a way that they are level with each other, the drive shaft. So that's how we will position them to begin with. And new transmission. Here. And I think it goes this way, right? I don't remember. No, it goes this way. We can either go high or low. Interesting. Let's go high and see what happens. I'm going to go high to give myself a little bit more clearance in the middle. Alright, those are going to need some M somethings. Oh, here we go. These are M something. That's what happens when you have a mess. Okay. Boy, you tell it's already fast, squilling out. There we go. And then we have new drive lines that came with the kit. One of the kits, I bought 2 kits. Rope screws. Oh, these are CVDs. Nice. And these want grub screws. Grub screws are usually 1.5 millimeter. Yep. Did I get bearings for this? I did not. Well, that's another upgrade. Are these the same length? Yes. Well, that's no fun. I can't get it in there, so undo this screw, which is going to be another upgrade because I'm finding these little baby screws strip just looking at them. We'll get these things moved back, and then we will get this into here. You may have to turn the wheels to rotate the drive shaft to get it in the spot you want it. And then you can screw this up. Back in here. Now these 2 little baby screws, you got to be very careful because you sneeze, they strip. And I know I say that a lot, but I think this is the big Achilles heel of the MN99, 98, D90, whatever you want to call it, is this piece right here. And I have some ideas on how you can fix that. There's also a kit you can get that are these, but I think I've got an idea of how to fix it too on the and we'll try it on the 99. Alright, let's get this one in to do the same thing. These off. Maybe we can tilt this a little bit. And up, go up. I'm not using Loctite because I should, but I'm not, because I probably will take this apart again for some other reasons. Yeah, I'm taking it apart again to put the axles on. So that's a different video. Maybe I'll Loctite them then, and maybe I'll remember. Alright, put these back on. I feel like that one's stripped. And they're loose. It's a bad design. Don't like that part of this design. Alright, so there's our drive shafts. There's our new transmission. There's our new motor. Now we need to get this thing soldered up, and I probably should have soldered it up before I put it in here. Well, that was a mistake. Oh well, I'm full of mistakes. That's what I do. So we'll move this out of the way, because that's what we're going to have to do in order to get to the motor. There we go. Yay, that worked. Okay. So, which way is this going to go? I don't know, because it could go either way. So, let's figure it out. Alright, this is red, so this is positive. Negative. And it's backwards. Okay. So this is the positive side. That's the negative side. And our motor wires are here and here. I don't know if this ESC is gonna fry on this or not, but it's one that I already have. So that's the one I'm using. Got my new body, by the way, while we were filming this. Seems like it's minutes for you, but it's been a couple weeks for me. I'm a little behind. Alright, that is positive. I am pretty positive it's that. In our wires. Yeah, that came out alright. Always unplug your soldering iron when you're done. Let's get this wiring mess out of the way, get this back into place. For those of you wondering on the shock towers, if you're wondering where I got those, these are the generic ones you can find on Amazon. Alright, there's that. Now let's figure out how I want this to be. Alright, I've rerun everything, or reran, or whatever we want to call it. Let's see how it works. Is it the prettiest job? No. Is it going to work? I don't know. Oh. That's a good sign. And it's going forward. And it goes backwards. So yay! Alright, that works. Now what we're going to do is put the body on, clean up the workbench, and put the rock course up. Alright, I am in the middle of installing this. What I found is I needed to cut out these two parts in order for the shock tower to fit. I'm also finding that this is interfering with this. So I need to lower this to the bottom two screws, not the top two screws. So let's do that and see if it works. That'll probably also, that won't give me as much clearance, but it will give me a better drive shaft angle. Alright, let's see how she fits. I don't have lights yet, that's coming. I did find a light kit that I think will work. Found this MN Models light kit on the alley. We'll try it out. And then these other ones going from the top. Well, that wasn't good. I'm sure you've never done that. Oh, bother. You can see there's a spot right there for a screw. Okay. Let's get the rock course put together. Figure out what that rattling is. Oh, it's this. A screw. Okay. Alright, here we go. Lots of low end control. Oh, got hung up on it. Got a little hung up where I thought it was going to get hung up. But that is a pretty steep drop, so we'll give it some. Change it up a little bit here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, overall, not too bad. Let's try it the other way. I think this was a worthwhile upgrade. It has full drag brake because of the way the gears are in there. It won't coast, which may be a problem when we get to a downhill spot. But on the bench, it's just fine. Yeah, it's got a lot of torque. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, getting hung up on that gearbox is not good. That gearbox is a lot lower than the old one was. And it is getting hung up on it. You can see the scratches already. Let's see what we can do to figure that out. know if that 2-speed gearbox is any good. I'll have to look at pictures of that, because I'm not overly impressed with this. Not overly impressed. If this was up in the higher spot, like I had it before, it would probably work better. But I can't get it in there and still have the interior of the car, or without, chopping out some of the interior. So, everything has compromises, doesn't it? Well, there you go. That is the installation and review of the metal gearbox for the MN99s and MN99 series of crawlers. This will work all the way from the first version all the way up to this version, which is the second to the last version. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. I did. I learned that I need to figure out what I'm going to do about that. And we'll go from there. I'll let you know what I figure out. What's next on the agenda? I want to put in the metal links inside, the metal axles and the metal parts up in the front. So that'll be your next video on this. And then after that, probably put the lights back on it so we can take it back out to Crawl Venture and crawl it in the dark. So that's coming up. And then I have these links to try out as well. So yeah, I got a few more upgrades to do on the older version of the MN99s. And I hope you join me for that. Have fun and happy crawling.